Okay, so here is today's lunchtime yoga. 30 minutes of just escapism, time to move, time to breathe, time to just reset. And that's exactly how I'm feeling today. I've been really looking forward to today. Do let me know any feedback, any requests, and please do share this with other people who you know or think might be interested. So let's transition into the practice. Come to a comfortable seat. I think, in fact, today I'm feeling like I just want to use the wall for support, let my legs stretch out long. My back is supported by the wall. My palms, as always, are just open in a gentle position on my thighs. I'm going to lengthen the back of my neck. Soften the gaze or close down the eyes. Relax the face. Relax the jaw. Breathe in and out of the nose. Try not to fidget here or make any adjustments. You've chosen your seat. But just take this time to be still, to observe, but not to change. So perhaps acknowledge the sounds around you, the local sounds, the more distant sounds. And then observe your placement of your body in the room, the weight of your sitting bones, the weight of your legs, the weight of your arms. And then let's turn our attention to our physiology, observing the breath, just tracking its movements. Observe the heart rate or the general feeling in your body. Is your body hot, cold, tight, tired, energetic, jittery, restless? Just take that word and acknowledge how you're feeling. And then we slowly come into some movement. So gently opening up the eyes, beginning to stabilize the body. I'm going to cross my legs here. Let's start with our hands on our knees. Gentle hold of the knees. And we begin with our hip circles. So inhale, coming forwards. Exhale, coming back. So these are really gentle to begin with. Just easing in, finding, are your hips tight? Are they feeling good? Maybe incorporating the tailbone, maybe incorporating the rib cage. Switch. Switch sides, switch direction. And then as we switch direction again, really lower your body forwards. Really bow down, maybe let the head go as well. Coming over to one side, holding onto your knees and curl that spine, tuck your tailbone under and come back through. So bowing your head down forwards And then coming back round, moving the shoulders, exploring, that's a good word for what we're doing. And let's go the opposite way. Just exploring the feels, exploring how you can move your weight around, how you can manipulate that rib cage, your shoulders, as you accentuate this movement, or accentuate rather. And then let's come to stillness in the middle. Let's lift our shoulders high up to our ears. Inhale. Maybe your shoulders can even touch your ears. And then drop down with a inhale, lift those shoulders, lift, lift, lift. And drop down with a last time. Inhale, lift those shoulders, lift, 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 lift. And drop down with a lovely. Then on the next exhale, allow that head to come down, the weight of your head coming towards your chest. Then draw those shoulders back. Breathing there. Go with gravity. And the next inhale, roll that left ear over to the left shoulder, super slow. Exhale, chin down to center. Slowing everything down. Inhale that right ear to right shoulder. Exhaling down. Come back over to that left side. Inhale. Exhale. Coming over to that right side. Inhale. Exhale. Back to center, and let's pick that head all the way up. Take your hands in front of your legs, slide them forwards, let that head bow back down. Allow your body to come forward as much as it can. You might be even able to press your forehead to the floor. I'm not quite there yet. If I try to do that, my sitting bones will lift up. Breathing there. And then inhale, we come all the way up. Take the arms up. Take the arms up really, really high, spreading those fingers. Take the fingers up to the ceiling as if you have a box between your hands. So they're really strong arms. We're not kind of hanging them like loose trees. We're sending that energy upwards. Reach, 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 reach. And then flex the fingers towards your face, your palms away from you as you slide your hands down. And slide those hands back forwards, bow back down. Inhale, sliding those hands up. Taking those hands all the way up as if you're carrying that box above your head. Shoot the fingertips up to the ceiling. And this time, turn your palms away from you, bend at the elbows, bring your elbows down towards your rib cage, but really squeeze your shoulder blades together. Broaden at the collarbone, broaden the chest. And then release the hands all the way down. Gorgeous. Let's come into a child's pose. Coming gently onto all fours. My favorite child's pose is legs out wide, your knees out wide, your big toes together, bringing your bottom back to your heels, bringing your hands forward, but you can have your knees together. Resting your forehead here. Feel heavy, feel the weight of your chest traveling down. And on the exhale, just noticing if that bottom can lower down a little bit more. Breathing there. Then moving your forehead, massaging your forehead side to side as you shift the weight over to the left leg. Exhale back to center. Inhale over to the right side. So it's just like we were doing with our head rolls, but this time we're taking in our hips as well. Lovely. Inhale, look up at your fingertips. Come onto your fingertips. Keep your arms off the mat. Lower your body back down. See if you can walk those fingertips further away. Lower the head and chest back down. Big stretch right from your tailbone to the tops of your fingers. Lovely. And then inhale, bring the palms together. Press the elbows into the mat. Bring the thumbs to the base of the neck. Gentle press into those elbows. Big tricep stretch. And then lower those hands down. Slide those hands back up towards your knees. Roll your shoulders here. I'm just going to take my hoodie off as we begin to move. Getting a little bit warmer, which is nice. Okay, coming back forwards with those hands forwards. Let's take our right hand, turn the right palm up to the ceiling, tuck that right arm underneath you, bringing your right ear to the mat. Back onto fingertips on that left side. Crawl that hand away from you. Big stretch in our shoulders. And then unravel that right side. Walk those right fingertips away. Slide that left hand underneath you, left palm to the ceiling. Tuck that left shoulder under, left ear to the mat. And see if we can walk that right hand further away. Breathing there. Lovely stuff. And then press into those right fingertips so you can unhook that left hand. Spread those fingers wide, coming onto your knees. Bring your knees underneath your hips. Tuck your toes, lift your hips into your downward facing dog. Take time to get into your dog. Gently walking out those heels, lengthening one leg and then the other. Pressing one heel down. Releasing and taking it over to the other side. You might get some nice relief from nodding and shaking your heads. Breathing there. Coming into stillness. Inhale, look up at your hands. As slow as you can, begin to bend at the knees, lowering those knees down super duper slow. Breathe. Lowering. Keep the toes tucked. Pay attention here because we're coming into a slight difference. We're coming into our cat-cows, but incorporating a downward facing dog. So come into that cow posture. Then lift the knees, sending it back into your downward dog. Inhale, arch the back. Really arch the back into that cat posture as you move forward to your plank. Begin to lower those knees down. Lower the rib cage down, shoulders back, lift the head. And then we lift the knees into our dog posture. Inhale, arch the back, come on to tiptoes, rolling yourself forwards, bend the knees. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, pushing off into our downward dog. Inhale, arch the back, tiptoes. Exhale, begin to lower those knees. Inhale, look up, shoulders back. Exhale, lift the knees. This is our last time.
Inhale, tiptoes, arch the back, roll through the spine. Exhale, bend the knees, coming down. Inhale, look up. Release those toes, tap those toes, slide those hands backwards. Again, let's roll those shoulders. So nice. Oh, I've got some crunches, which is even nicer. Okay, let's come into our downward facing dog again and transition into an absolutely gorgeous pigeon posture. So take that right knee to your right wrist. Your right shin comes as a diagonal across the mat. Slide that left leg away, bringing down the knee. Unhook those left toes. And either pause here with that gentle rock side to side, which always feels so, so good. Or you can come down onto those forearms. So that's more weight pressing down into that hip joint, those glutes on the right side. Your palms can be down. Try not to slump here. So really pressing into those elbows. So we've got that lovely straight spine and that contraction in our shoulders. Breathing there. Lovely. Next, inhale, bring that right hand underneath your nose, pressing your palm into the floor. Take your gaze over to your left. Open up your left arm here. So draw a big arch with your hand. Your palm is facing away from you, fingertips to the back of the mat. Either staying there, or maybe with a bit of hamstring contraction, you can lift that left foot, finding your hand. Breathing there. Maybe drawing that foot in. Maybe not. Maybe it's just an intention. Lovely. And then maybe to intensify, you can turn your gaze back forwards, your shoulders back forwards. Breathe. And release. Bring that left hand back down. Slowly take the weight off that right hip. Slide that right foot underneath your hip and all the way back to the back of the mat. Peeling yourself up to that downward facing dog. Walk out those feet. Stillness. Inhale, take that left knee to left wrist, left shin comes across the mat. Lower that right knee down and slide that right leg back. Again, there's the option to stay here in that upright dog or coming down onto those forearms, palms gently down, but pressing into the elbows so we've got that lovely straight spine. I really appreciate a gentle rock here. But you don't have to make it dynamic. It can be that static posture. Breathe. And then we take that left hand underneath our face, pressing into the palm, lifting your chest up. Look over that right shoulder. Draw a big arch with that right hand, your palm facing away from you, your fingertips come to the back of the mat. Either staying there or that contraction of the hamstring, lifting that right foot, maybe making contact, maybe grabbing a bit of your clothing. Pause there. Maybe turning your shoulders back forwards, your gaze back forwards. Breathe. And gently release, taking that right hand back down. Left hand comes back at shoulder distance. Slide that left foot underneath your left hip, all the way back to your mat. Tucking your toes under, lifting into that downward facing dog. Breathing there. Walking out those heels there. Lovely. Okay. Looking up at your hands without rocking your hips too much, begin to walk your hands back towards your feet. Bending your knees deeply so your chest is resting on your legs. Let your head go. Let your arms hang heavy. Look between your legs. Breathing there. Then begin to shift your weight to one foot and then the other. Then coming into stillness in the middle, bringing your fingertips to the floor and looking up, seeing if you can lengthen those legs a touch more. They don't have to be perfectly straight. Exhale, bend them deeply. Let the head go. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend deeply. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend deeply. And then release the hands, tuck the tailbone under. Begin to roll that spine up super, super slow. Lifting your shoulders to your ears, down your back. Take your hands back behind you. Clasp your hands and lower them down your back, broadening across your chest. Try not to stick your bottom out too much here. So if you watch carefully, that tailbone tuck under is a really good addition to the stretch here. Breathe. Inhale, take the gaze high. And as you exhale, fold at the waist. Your hands are still clasped. Stop halfway. See if you can take those hands off your back. Your palms may no longer be together. Keep lowering down. Then release those hands back down to the mat. Walk them forwards to your plank, momentarily plank as you bring down those knees. Bring your feet to one side, bring your bottom down. Open up into your Baddha Konasana, your feet together. If your back starts to slump, holding onto your feet to get that lovely straight spine. Breathing there, maybe gentle wobble. Lovely. Then bring your hands underneath your knees, close your knees together, wrap your arms around, taking one wrist with your hands, bow your forehead down, arch your spine back. Breathe. Inhale, rising up. Cross your ankles here. In fact, don't cross your ankle, uncross, lengthen your legs forward, sorry. Take your right leg over your left and see if you can draw that. I've got my right and left mixed up. Sorry, guys. Take your left foot over your right leg, bringing your left foot to your right hip. It would be terrible at twister hay. And then see if you can slide that right foot over to your left hip. So don't worry if your knees are really high here, just as long as they are kind of stacked on top of each other. Maybe lean forward so they can come a little bit further down. If they're really high, you have tight hips, that's okay. Gentle pressure on that top leg. Open up your arms to the side. So our left leg is on top. So we're going to take our left arm on top, bend at the elbows and push the back of the hands together. Breathing there. And as you exhale, draw those elbows down towards the knees. Breathe. Gorgeous stretch across the top of your back. Nice. Inhale, lift those hands up. Lean backwards so you can release the legs forwards. Give them a little bit of a shake. This time, right leg over left. and taking your left foot back to your right hip. So kind of spaghettiing yourself the opposite way. Again, don't worry if your knee's really high. You can just stay here and gentle press into that knee to stack them on top of each other. Arms out long. So right leg is on top of left this time. So our right arm comes on top of left. Bend at the elbows. Bring the backs of the hands together. Push the backs of the hands together. As you exhale, lower those elbows down. Breathing there. Nice. This is so nice if you slept funny or working on your computer, looking down. And then unravel. Take your hands back, release those legs forwards, give them a little bit of a wibble. Coming into our Dandasana posture, hands either side of your hips, pressing into the hands to lengthen that spine. Send the shoulder blades backwards, broaden across the chest. Gaze is at the big toes, breathing here. Inhale, take those hands high. Take the left hand to the outside of the right leg. Take the right hand behind you. Take another big inhale to grow taller. And as you exhale, look over that right shoulder. Breathe. Inhale, we raise those hands back up. Exhale, right hand to the outside of the left leg. Left hand comes behind you. Inhale, grow taller. Exhale, look over that left shoulder, trying to drop that left shoulder down and your right. Breathing there. Inhale forwards, raising those arms up. Exhale, frame the legs with your hands and allow your head to bow down. Don't worry about traveling forwards, we're just allowing that spine to go with gravity. Imagining you're a lifeless doll in a shop window. Feel free to close down the eyes. Breathing there. Next inhale, slowly stack that vertebrae up one by one. Lifting the gaze. Roll those shoulders up and back. I'm going to scooch myself back to the wall. A gentle lean here, palms come back, open, closing down the eyes. Allow your body to feel heavy. Relax your face. Relax the muscles around your ears, your jaw, space between your eyebrows. Come back to that observation of observing your breath, the feelings in your body, your heart rate, the weight of your body. Any local or further afield sounds, your surroundings around you. Just surrendering to stillness and calm. Focusing on that breath. Track the breath. I'm going to close the practice there, but of course you can stay there as long as you like. I hope you're feeling good after that practice.
Thank you for tuning in and practicing with me. Namaste. And if you would kindly share that this is available to your friends, family, anyone who may be interested, I'd be really grateful. Thank you.